You got to be hungry.
If you're looking to invest in commercial real estate and you want to figure out where to find all the information on your market across all commercial sectors, you're in the right spot. My name is Christian Cotta with Hungry Investments, and this is the Q1 2023 Market Cycle Report. What's going on, guys? Welcome to our first Market Cycle Report. This is a Q1 2023 report. Now, I do understand at the time of this recording and when you're watching this that we're going into Q3. Now, the reason that we wanted to put this report out is number one, we want to be able to give you a place to find information, but also take the opportunity for this report to walk through and show you what this report does, what kind of information it gives you, and be able to give you an idea of what you can expect. So in the Mueller report, if you're looking here, this report is put together by the Daniels College of Business from the University of Denver. It's a highly reputable source for commercial real estate data and information. What we're looking at here is they put this report out quarterly. So it comes out, but it's a laggard report. And what that means is that they're using real data from the previous quarter across the top 50 MSAs. So no matter which part of the market you're in, you'll be able to take this information and identify what part of the cycle, the commercial real estate cycle, your specific market is in. And so if we take a look at this report, what we're gonna be doing going forward is giving you as current real-time data to show you where your market is in. So let me just break this report down for you so that you understand A, what you're looking at, B, how to use this report, and then C, at the end of this video or wherever you're watching this, you'll be able to, we'll link this out so that you can get this report and you can use this to make educated and informed decisions for your own investments or your own developments. So if we take a look here, you'll see what the report does is it shows us the 4 cycles of a commercial real estate market. So we've got phase 1, which is recovery, phase 2, expansion, phase 3, hypersupply, and phase 4, recession. So at the time of this report for Q1 2023, what we can see is that the office market, which you've probably already heard about, is already into a pretty deep recession. We're right here in this 0.16 that you can see here on my screen. Apartment market is in hypersupply as of right now. There's a ton of new build units that are coming on the market. And so we can sort of forecast that when we get this Q2 report, and when I put that out, I would almost put money down that the apartment market is also gonna be sitting in a recessionary state. Outside of that, when we look at the other sectors, the hotel, the retail, the industrial sector, all of those are still looking good. Everything is in expansion. It's just different stages of expansion. Now, when you're reading this report, if you can see where my cursor is on the screen here, number 8 is the ideal position for where we want to see our market or our sector of the commercial real estate industry for what we work in, because that shows that there is growth and expansion for both our rents as well as new space, new square footage, new properties coming on the market. This position 11 here is what we call equilibrium. So at this point, rents have sort of flattened out, growth is increasing, and so we expect to see hypersupply and then recession. So let's just quickly dive through here a little bit more, and we're gonna break down each one of the sectors of the commercial real estate industry so that you get a better understanding. If you've read headlines, if you've watched YouTube videos, you're probably seeing all the clickbait titles from people saying the commercial real estate industry is crumbling. Commercial real estate, the sky is falling, interest rates are going up. Every single clickbait, burn and churn headline you could think of. It's not true. Somewhat true, not fully true. Let's take a look at office. Office is definitely the one that fits into that headline. and probably what most people have been talking about for a while. So we look at the top 50 MSAs. We're looking at a large number of the market as of Q1 2023, sitting in a deep recession at 0.16. And we see a large number of these markets that are sitting in a recovery phase. So you've got a balancing there of recession and recovery. And then you've got a mixed bag of markets that are in expansion and markets in hypersupply. So when we take a look at the top 50 MSAs as of the end of Q1, we could say that probably 2/3 of them are anywhere between hypersupply and recovery. That's not a great position to be in, but it's also a telling position for forecasting into Q4 and Q1 of next year. Let's scoot down here to industrial. So the industrial market has been one of the strongest markets for the past 12 to 18 months. We've seen lots of construction, lots of leasing activity, probably due to expansion of businesses that do fulfillment, manufacturing. If you think of online purchasing, that's where the fulfillment comes in. Amazon expansions, Walmart, all the businesses that are now doing online purchasing and delivering. So when we take a look at this market cycle for the industrial sector, there's literally not one of the top 50 MSAs in recession or recovery. We've got 2/3 to 3/4 of the market sitting in expansion, and we've got another 25% to 30% that might be sitting in hypersupply. So the industrial market right now looks good. Most of these markets are at equilibrium, which might give us a little pause for caution looking towards the Q2 report, where there could potentially be more of these markets that move into hypersupply and potentially a few of these that move towards recession with an increase in interest rates and things like that. Apartments, probably multifamily, a sector that a lot of you who are watching this are either placing money into or looking to get into, and this does not look good. So as of Q1 2023, we've basically got 80% of the top 50 MSAs sitting in hypersupply. So that was 3 to 4 months ago. I would expect that when we do the Q2 2023 report, we will see 50% or more of these markets that are in a recession, and whatever couple of markets that are sitting at equilibrium could potentially have at least half, if not more, that have moved into hypersupply. Now, let me point out one thing. When we look at these reports, these markets do not always have to move forward. So if you see a MSA or your city that you're investing in that sits here at number 11, it doesn't mean that next time it's going to be at 12 or 13. There's always the possibility that a market has microeconomics within that particular market where it could go from 11 back to 8 or 9. An influx of population. We live here in Phoenix. There's a ton of people that constantly move to Phoenix. So where it might feel like the apartment market is being overbuilt, we may have enough people moving here to where there's still a reduction or a shortage of units. And so therefore, if it feels like it may go into hypersupply, it could potentially go backwards into needing more expansion. So just something to point out there. But again, if you're looking at this apartment market cycle, it doesn't look promising as we head into the Q2 report, Q3, and Q4. Let's get into retail, my favorite. So when we look at retail, again, there's 2 MSAs sitting in hypersupply. We've got Memphis and Oklahoma City. Outside of that, we have 48 of the top 50 markets in the US that are sitting at equilibrium. Very similar to what we discussed within the industrial sector. As far as overbuilding, there's still a lot of construction going on across the country, a lot of new builds, us in particular, working on development projects. So I expect that as we see the Q2 report, we will see some of these markets sitting in hypersupply. But one thing, again, that may help keep from overbuilding is the fact that interest rates are increasing, capital is becoming less available, and so therefore that may stall out some projects or slow down things to help allow for some of these markets to sit in an expansion or an equilibrium phase. The other thing we need to look at too is add value properties that fall into this sector where some of the capital and some of the investment is moving into purchasing those properties and taking some of those under market rents and increasing those rents to more standard market rates. So when we look at retail, things still look good for the retail market. And now the last sector that we can cover on here is the hotel or the hospitality sector. Again, when we take a look at this sector, things look relatively healthy. We have no markets sitting in hypersupply or recessionary quadrant. We've got a handful that are in recovery, and for the most part, most of the markets, the top 50 markets across the USA right now, are literally in expansion mode for hotels. We can speak to that. We've got a few projects that we have interest from hotel users. There's been a ton of industrial built across the country. There's been a ton of multifamily and residential built. And anytime we have new houses, we have people flying in, visiting family. Anytime we have new businesses, industrial buildings being built, there's business people that are flying in. Those people need places to stay. So therefore, right now, as far as the Q1 2023 report looks, I can tell that the hotel market looks healthy. So I expect as we pull up the Q2 report to see some of these markets probably move into hypersupply. Don't expect to see any sitting in the recessionary state. And for the most part, it looks like the hotel market may stay flat or stay in expansion mode. That's the Q1 2023 market report using the Mueller cycle report. So moving forward, as you can see right here, this is what we are going to call the quarterly market report brought to you by Hungry Investments. Thanks to the University of Denver for putting out this market cycle report. If you want more information on this, if you want to download this market cycle report, we'll have this on our website with a link out to the report. You can find this information at hungry-inc.com. My name's Christian Cotta, owner of Hungry Investments. Make sure you're following us on all social media so you can stay up to date on current commercial real estate investment trends, and also to learn more about commercial real estate investing, development, and everything else that comes along with it. So again, my name's Christian Cotta. Stay hungry, my friends.
You got to be hungry.